What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Blank Frank, back at again with a video. And today we're going to be talking about kid sneaks in to a tiger's cage. All right, so this group, not this group, but like third grade class, this elementary school had a field trip to go to, and on a field trip they had to go to the zoo. This field trip was basically them going to the zoo. So as they're going to the zoo, the principal was there on the bus and stuff like that, and other people were there, and I think it's like parents were there as well and stuff like that, and all the adults and stuff like finalizing what they're gonna do, like when they get to the zoo. So they decided to just like separate everyone into groups of like four, I think 4 or 5. It was going to be like one chaperone. If you don't know what chaperone is, kind of like an adult who like guides you and helps you or stuff like that. And it's basically an adult, like some like yeah, just basically like an adult or something like an administrator, and like they help. They like you know what I'm saying. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but so yeah, basically an adult that helps you and just like guides you to places and stuff like that. Basically watch over you kind of, but still. So the chaperone, there's one kid, there's another kid, and there's this kid named Tony, and then there's Tony's mom. Tony's mom thinks, for some reason, that her kid is the best child in the world, basically. And he's not. Every kid in the class knows that Tony, the kid Tony, is mischievous and gets into trouble a lot. So yeah, Tony, she thinks that Tony's the best child in the world and like a good kid and doesn't do anything wrong, while Tony is mischievous and gets into trouble a lot. So they arrive there. They are separated into the groups. We're not going to talk about the other groups. I don't really know what the other groups did, but there's one that group I'm talking about now. The group I'm talking about now, four. All of them are walking, and the mom is telling all the kids, including her child, 2 kids and her child, like what's like asking them what they want to do. But first, she was like telling them like everyone be on your best behavior and everyone behave, and she just started bragging about how her child is good, saying how everyone behave. I already know my son's gonna behave because he's the best son, something like that. And yeah, and then she, as they're walking, as they're inside in the zoo, and they're walking. Tony's mom asks Tony, where does he want to go next? What do they want? She basically tells Tony to choose where they go next. Tony decides to go to the excuse me. Tony decides to go to the tiger cage, and it's just like, okay, ooh, this will be fun or something like that. She basically agrees, and they all go to the tiger zoo. And when they arrive, the tiger zoo. Why I keep on saying tiger zoo? The tiger's cage, the tiger cage. As they arrived at the tiger cage, they realized that the tigers there are sleeping. Can't really, and so as they're sleeping, yeah, so they realize that the tigers are sleeping, and Tony and Tony's mom get mad. They both get mad, but first Tony gets mad. He was like, "Why are the tigers sleeping? I want them awake so I can see them run around and stuff and have a good time and stuff like that." Then Tony's mom agrees with her and says, "Okay, let's try to wake them up." So they start yelling and yelling at the tigers while they're sleeping. There's like a couple of them, or I think two or a couple or more than them. So they're sleeping. So they tried to wake them up by yelling and stuff, telling the tigers to wake up and saying why they want to wake up and stuff. They keep on doing that loud and loud to the point where one of the zoo workers there comes over there and tells Tony's mom and Tony to can they quiet down because there's other people there. It's not just them, not just the class. There's other people there also on the zoo campus. So he comes over there and tells them to calm down and quiet down. And basically, he also says that because the tigers are there and they're sleeping, he doesn't want them to disturb their sleep. So Tony's mom, gets like offended and gets mad because he basically told it to basically her son and her, but she like put it like towards her son and saying, don't talk to my son like that. You don't tell my son to be quiet and stuff like that. Or basically to shut up. And then like then the worker, the zoo worker, and Tony's mom get into a big argument on how she should be quiet. Both of them should be quiet, and the mom's firing back by saying how he shouldn't really talk to her son like that and stuff like that. Even though, obviously, like I told y'all, the tigers are sleeping, bro. You can't disturb the tiger's peace. Put yourself in the tiger's shoes. Do you want craziest person, not crazy person, but just anybody walk over there, see you're sleeping, and wake you up because they want to see you roam around and stuff like that? It's just no, bro. You're gonna get annoyed as well. All right, back to what I was saying. Yeah, they're arguing and they get louder and louder. Tony, kid Tony, sees that there is a fence. Now the fence, he sees that there's a fence alongside of by the cage, and like their fence goes up. And in order to get inside the cage, you need to climb the fence. Well, it's not what everyone does, but there he just sees the fence there. And the fence was not like no average fence or something like easy you can climb and hop over or something like that. The fence was long. The fence was like high, bro. It was very high. But since Tony really wanted to see the tigers, he was able, for some reason, I don't know how, but he was able to climb. He was able to climb up the whole gate. So as he's climbing the gate, the Tony's mom, and the zoo worker there stop and turn around to see, look to see Tony climbing up the cage. So both of them, well, mainly the zoo worker, but yeah, the zoo worker yells at Tony, and so tells Tony to, hey, stop climbing the cage. We don't want you on the other side with the tigers, because obviously it's dangerous and stuff. And Tony is like not having any of it. He yells back at him and tells him, "No, I want to see the tigers. I want to see the tigers, basically." And he climbs, he like finally gets all the way to the top where he has one leg over the side where the tiger inside the cage and one outside the cage. And he gets to that point, and they keep on yelling at him and yelling at Tony to get off the fence, or else he'll fall into like inside the cage where the tigers are at, right? And Tony keeps telling them, "I want to see the tigers. I want to play with the tigers and stuff like that. I want to see the tigers." Keeps doing that until the tigers end up waking up. All the tigers up in the cage end up waking up, and they start moving towards the cage to see what's going on. Why they're awake. I'm not why they're awake. What's the noise? They reach Tony. My bad. They reach Tony, and they see him up on the cage. Now, obviously, Tony's mood has now like officially changed quickly. First, so he was acting all big and tough and saying how he wanted to see the tigers, and he wasn't afraid or anything like that when they were sleeping. But now, since the tigers are awake, they've moved towards him, and him knowing the tigers are dangerous, now he's afraid of them. Now he's scared of them and doesn't want to really, kind of get eaten or like attacked by the tigers. So now he's saying, help me down, help me down. I'm scared, and stuff like that. So as they see that he's willing to get down, basically, the zoo worker has to go back and call for more zoo workers to come get him, come help him. They get over there and they help Tony down to get Tony off the cage. And after that, the mom, Tony's mom, doesn't stay quiet, and she instead of staying quiet, the mom just says like she tells them that is their fault that the cage, not the cage, but the fence was easy and very accessible to climb over. That Tony was able to climb over the gate, which literally made no sense, no sense at all. That was the worst comeback ever. I don't know what you're trying to achieve with that, but she says that. I don't know why. She should just back down. So after that, they end up zoo workers end up like alerting people at the announce table where they got the big microphone and stuff like that at the zoo, and it gets to the point where like the big microphone, you can hear like people talking in it, and they basically are saying someone saying for like the principal and everyone from the field trip, because there's a whole bunch of groups and stuff like that. Want everyone to come to the center of the zoo to basically talk out what happened in the situation. They end up discussing over what happened and how Tony almost got over to the other side of the cage of the tigers and stuff like that. And they end up talking about it and saying they don't want that to happen again. They basically almost got put out just because of that. They almost got put out because of that. And just by all that happening, the two kids in Tony's group basically had to get splitted up into two other groups. They had to get into other groups, and Tommy and his mother was gonna have to go by themselves. All right, that's gonna be the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, give me to and hit the notification bell and get me to 7 subscribers. All right, peace.